What's going on? Happy Friday evening to everybody. How's everybody doing? All right, let's take a look here. All right, we got 4 guys showed up so far. Sound off. Who's all in here? Hopefully we got some more people coming. There's 5. I had a pretty good week this week. I didn't get a whole lot done in the garage. Got some stuff, but not a whole lot. We got a really cool video coming up. Should have been ready by now, but we got a little bit more to do. It's a bike-oriented video over Phil's. Can't wait to check that out. Probably would have been done by now, but this guy, the owner of the bike's he's a real pain in the butt, I think. Kevin L., what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Happy Friday. So let's see here. Uh-oh. Wait until a few more people come in. Bob, what's going on? And there's the other Bob. We got 2 Bobs in a row. What's happening? Shakey's in the house. And Bob Mac's back in town. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Our drive shaft video did, for us, it did really good. We're about 910 views on it. Not bad, not bad. Finally getting back on the car, you know. Maybe it'll pick up some more steam. We'll see. But really happy with the performance, at least, you know, my shop. I mean, a little guy like me, that's a pretty good deal. Howie Mook. Eric, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Wait a minute. We got 1 piece of mail this week. It was from Dave. He's the one that he bought a shirt and he sent us a little letter. So that was kind of cool. What's going on, Brian? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Paul White, what's happening, brother? Thank you. Happy Friday to you and yours. Oh, man. What else we got in here? Did I miss any? Don't let me know. Don't scold me if I miss anybody, you guys. I try to acknowledge and see everybody that's coming in. But yeah, we got a couple cool projects happening with the car. I mean, nobody wants to watch paint dry, so I'm trying to build up to that job where I can just kind of background, you know, hey, look, this is happening while I'm doing this. I want to polish that shaft, and Phil has all the accessories for it, but the grinder's burned up. So I'm gonna, or I said call it a grinder, but you guys know what I mean. The buffers. So I'm thinking I want to stop down to go down like the Harbor Freight for you guys that are up there in Canada. I think that's the same thing as your Prince Auto. Hey, Henry, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man. So yeah, I want to get a buffer, and I want to do that. And I was like, I'll kind of like do the dashboard in the background, along with the background of the shaft getting polished, you know, kind of blend it all together. And I also welding up that inner window that I've been putting off for months and months for no particular reason. I just haven't done it. Country Boy Gas Garage, what's going on, brother? Thank you for the shout out today on your video. I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. You know, it's hard to get those these days, and you always make it happen. Hey, there's Don. What's going on? Don, I gotta know, did you buy the steering wheel? We don't, you know, I don't know. I guess I got to go look, but I don't think that there's anything, you know, that era of car left in a junkyards around here. I got to find. Everybody's always got these little honey pots, and I got to see if there's any around here. I know that Bob Hammond that I bought the grill off of. I know he's got stuff, but it's not a yard. I mean, he's just got stuff. He's the guy that sets the booth up at Carlisle every year with the Tri-5 stuff. All right, man. That's cool, Don. Thanks for sharing. I was wondering, it did look nice. It was like the whole car looked kind of ratty, but then you showed the inside, and I'm like, man, that steering wheel does look nice. The cluster looked decent too. The dash area, it was kind of like that was all kind of well maintained. John Paul, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. There he is. Hey, Chris, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Gang's starting. Everybody's filing in. We're getting everybody in here. It's always good to see everybody on a Friday evening. So I got everybody taken care of for shirts. Got a couple guys at work I got to finish taking care of. The only one that's not taken care of is Fuel Fire Garage. He's sort of taken care of. I ordered his shirt. He needed a 3X. And he's kind of special. I really like him. So and I got to take care of Cody. I messed up. He asked me for Carolina Blue. I'm sitting there and I'm ordering. And for some reason, one of the guys at work also wanted a large size. And I ended up ordering 2 black. I thought he said black, and I went back in there and I'm like, oh man, I messed up. But he seemed like he's all right with it. He said black's cool. So you got to give us older guys a little bit of leeway. You know, that short-term memory ain't what it used to be. That was a pretty cool. I forgot to tell you too, Jason. That was a pretty cool power washer you were promoting on there. Really cool. You did a nice job promoting the product for them. Nice job. They sent me. I keep getting emails. I guess I should try a couple things. I don't know. They wanted me to do a jump box. But it's real little and it plugs into your computer. You know, I guess I could, charge it up and go down my buddy's garage and wait for a dead car and try it. There he is. There's Mike. What's going on, Mike? Mike, I don't know how, but I missed your video. It was like a week old. I just watched it like an hour ago. I usually watch your stuff when it comes right out. I don't know. I keep all my, it's like the channels I watch every time. You guys know how it works in your subscribers, and you're right up there. I don't know how I missed it. You're right up there. And I don't know how I missed it, buddy, but I'm apologize. I was a week late, but I did watch it. I'm looking forward to seeing what them blocks look like. Well, I want to see what that rake looks like on that 52, I got the cleaner, but Bob and his brother Rick, they told me afterwards that's not what it's for. So Kim and I are taking the pontoon cleaner back to. We're going to drop it off at Kohl's. They take Amazon returns, and I'll just use the credit to get something else. I need the sound deadening stuff. I think I'll buy the sound deadening stuff because after they've seen the condition of my shaft, they're like, "Oh man, that's all it does is it restores it to natural aluminum." And my shaft is already natural aluminum. So I misunderstood them, and they thought my shaft was a little dirtier than it is. So we're changing that up. But like I said, my buddy Phil got a lot of the polishing components and clays. He's got all that, but his buffer's burned up. So I was saying to Kim that I'd like to go down to Harbor Freight maybe tomorrow and see if they got a cheapy buffer down there. See, maybe get that and then start buffing the shaft, like I said, just do like have that as a background job. I want to put like a couple background jobs in, like when I'm doing the dash, I just kind of like show you guys the progress of it, show you what's going on with the drive shaft at the same time. I want to weld, like I was telling you guys a minute ago, I want to weld that window up. I don't know why I put that off. But I did. I want to put that. I want to get that. I want to get the inside of the car cleaned out. I got a lot of it done. I got some of it on film, but it's like, you guys know, nobody wants to watch paint dry. So I got to try to make it as interesting as possible with a bunch of little nuances. And I'll make the corrections in that video. Like I said, we decided not to use the pontoon cleaner, and we're just going to buff it, see how it comes out. And I also thought I was thinking about powder coating it, but I'm not taking the universals back out. And I don't know about putting all that back in an oven. So I think, if anything, I'll either clear coat it or just polish it like I will with my rims. Every once in a while, get under there and clean stuff off when the car's done. I got to have something to do, right? Daniel, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that's what people are telling me, Bob. Everybody's saying that. That's why I said Phil's saying the exact same thing. So, like I said, I was telling you guys, I do got a really cool video coming up with Phil. I ain't gonna tell. It's a motorcycle content. It's a different bike. It's over his shop. I can't wait to show it to you guys. But it's gonna be maybe middle of next week, maybe a little longer. I don't know. It's like the one guy that the bike's for. He's kind of a pain in the butt. So we'll see. It's coming up, and I'm researching it too. It's like for releasing the video and stuff, and how to title it. I'm actually, this keeps throwing stuff up. I'm trying my best to improve. We'll see how it goes. We get a little smoke every once in a while, and then the next one nosedives. You guys experience the same thing. Your one video will have 1,000 views in a week or whatever, and the next one, doesn't do as well. But we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. Oh, yeah, buff the shaft. I don't care. I'll be the butt of the joke. Doesn't matter. Yo, there he is. What's going on, Turlo? Andy, what's happening? There he is. There's my buddy Cody. Cody, thank you for the shout out last week. I really appreciate it. I thank Country Boy Gas Garage for it. It means a lot to me when you guys do that. It really does. And it does help. Got a nice bump whenever you did it and put my picture up on your page and all that, Cody. I really appreciated that. It got me a few subscribers, and the same thing for Jason over there at Country Boy Gas Garage. He mentioned our channel, and I go in there and I look, and it's like you'll go in there and you'll see sometimes you'll get one or two, but when you guys do that, you get 5, 7, 10, and it really jumps fast, and I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot. There he is. There's Chaz. That's all right, buddy. That's all right. I started watching that truck video you had, and I had to jump in the shower, so I'll finish that later, Chaz. You're darn right it is, Don. It really is. And it's like, I was surprised last week, another one of my, you can always tell who the good guys are, and I don't know how many of you guys know Sonny. He's out there by Turlo, out there by Bonnie Lake. Great guy. And I always stop by his channel to see what he's got, and this and that. And I go in there, and his whole channel changed. He changed his name. He deleted almost all of his videos. And then I was worried, So I commented on one of the videos he left from a car show. And then I also, Jaws is real good buddies with him. And I asked Jaws, I texted Brant, and I said, dude, check on him. He's all right. What happened was he found out somebody else has his exact name for a channel, and the other person had it longer, so he changed his channel name. And he said since he's getting a different car, because you guys know he sold the Headhunter, and since he got a different car, he's going to just reboot. So I support whatever he wants to do because he's a great guy. So, hey, there he is. What's happening? So if all you guys that are subscribed to Sonny, it's no longer Rat Gas Garage. Now it's Changing Winds, I think is what it was. Because I looked on my subscription list, and I'm like, Changing Winds. So I clicked on it, and I'm like, I see the car shows, and I know right away, well, this was Sonny's channel, but there's no other videos. So that's what's going on from what I was told. And Sonny, actually, I went in and I commented on the car show, and he's exactly what Brant said was, hey, he found out somebody else had the channel and name, and he's switching it up. So anybody that was curious, that's what's going on up there. Yeah. Well, Chris, he's one of the good guys, man. And it's like, people like that I root for. Always happy, always upbeat, great person. All right. See what else is going on. I like those outriggers you made, Chris. They were really cool, man. Really cool. Hey, Jason Turlow, what's going on? That was a pretty crazy story you told today, Jason, with the car getting stolen. I know that feeling when somebody waves a gun right in your face. It happened to me and my brother Michael going to the Texas Jam in '86. I don't know if I told you guys this story or not. It was all over a parking spot. We went to pull in, and these folks, and it was kind of in a, like you were saying, in a part of town you really don't want to be in, outside the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. And the guy come out and he said that I hit his building with my car as the other guy was flagging me in the park. And the guy that was flagging me in the park was like, he didn't hit your building. And I didn't. I was 10 feet away. And it was actually a foundation crack. But he was screaming at us and he wanted money. He wanted like $50 or he was going to get all upset. And this other guy was screaming and yelling. And his neighbor come out, was on his side. And he went back in the house and come out with a shotgun. Me and my brother, I was 16 or 17. We were crapping ourselves. The guy that was trying to sell us the parking spot was screaming at the guy with the gun. I'm like, man, you don't want to do that. So we ended up giving the guy our T-shirt money for the Texas Jam, just to leave us alone so we could go to the concert. Now, so I know what that feels like. It ain't a good feeling. No, it's not fun, man. See what we got here. I'm trying to catch up on some comments. I hate having dead spots in the live, but sometimes I need to just stop and catch up on what everybody else is talking about on the side. Yeah, me too, Chris. They said I got degenerative arthritis or deterioration right between my shoulder blades. I guess it could have been worse. I was worried it could have been something else. I think I told you guys that too. I was driving down to get my drive shaft and they called me on the way down there. Yes, they can, Don. Yes, they can. That's why the cooler heads always prevail, you know. And I think there's always a lot of animosity and stuff like that. And it's like I think it's the written word. I believe that because when you say something to somebody and they see your facial expressions, oh, this guy's just kidding. He's just, he's being whatever. But if you type it and they don't see that you don't mean anything by it, or you type, man, people get upset. And I think that's a lot of discord in this world. I Kim, I'm still on my name, it's just sad news. But Kim wants to name it Drop in the Bucket. It was pretty funny because when I called her up, I'm like, look, I want to order my drive shaft. Well, how much is that? I tell her, that's just a drop in the bucket. I guess you had to be there. There he is. There he is. Yes, you're right, Dan. Communication is key. Exactly right. Now, I was just peeking. You put up a picture and somebody showed up with a real convertible. So I'm looking forward to that video. I just finished your other one about 2 hours ago, I guess it was. I had to finish the other one. I started it at about lunch. I got about halfway through and I just finished it. I watched the whole thing and I watched the commercials. So I'm one of them ones that help keep them numbers where they need to be. And I urge you all to do the same for me, even when I'm babbling. What else we got going on in here? So did you do any, Cody? Did you do any city riding on that 80 Camaro? Any stop and go traffic to see how that cooling system's going to hold up? Looked like you were doing pretty good on the open road. There he is. There's Jaws. Thanks for coming by, brother. Me too, Dan. I'd be broke if I didn't have Kim to look after me. If I made more money, I'd just spend more money. Hi, Danny. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I did start watching your live stream with the Cheetos, and I didn't get to finish it, but I will. And it made me think. I wanted to bring my pickled beans out, but I can't have pickled beans without beer. I wanted to show you guys these pickled beans. They're hot, but man, are they good. When you first look at the jar, they just got some garlic in the bottom, and they're just pickled string beans. And but man, you bite into one, whoo, they got Thai chili in them, Thai pepper, Thai chili pepper, and it takes about 3 or 4 chews before it hits you, and it hits you. But you need a cold beer to go with it. It's like eating hot wings or something, I guess. Oh yeah, I'll bring them out next weekend. Yeah, pickled eggs are they're not hot though, Bri. These things, whoo, you breathe fire. Yeah, me too, Jaws. I was raised on it, you know. Who didn't have the big giant jar on the back porch full of beets and about 3 dozen eggs? You're walking out, you just go in there and grab one. That's all of us, Dan. My sister says that too. That's funny. Oh man. Oh, I dig that. That's hilarious. Oh, shoot. Dan, I was impressed with that quarter panel repair. I'm like, what's he going to do there? And then I was like watching you. You had that little piece of rocker. That was top shelf, man. I dig it. Put your eggs in a jar of jalapenos. Yeah, I might try that, Mike. I might try that just to spice them up a little bit. See, I love hot stuff. Kim likes spicy stuff, but when you start getting too hot, not so much. But me, I mean, I love hot stuff. I was showing you guys a few weeks back. My buddy Maz at work, he makes hot sauce. I got like 5 or 6 different flavors in there that he whips up. Some are really hot, some are mild, but you know they got a little flavor to them. But some of the ones he makes, man, will bring tears to your eyes. You did that work, Danny. Dan's taking credit for it. You believe that? Yeah, a lot of filler, but no, that's straight sheet metal. I mean, from what you went to and what you had, I dig it, man. That's a budget fix, and it's nice. Anybody could do like me and just grab a whole panel and throw it on. Takes skill to patch it all back in like that and have it come out so nice. You get those? Did you get those front fenders? The bottom patches. I got mine from Cars Inc. Is that where you got them? Because they look like Cars Inc. stuff, and I was having the same kind of. They didn't quite fit. You had to kind of massage them a little bit, but they're decent. I mean, you can make them work better than rust. But that looked like Cars Inc. stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, it works. That's what I fixed my front. I actually have the passenger side if you get jammed up because I'm not going to use it. I bought both sides and I went over digging around and I just had to put a little tiny thing on the passenger side, but I got a passenger side for a 55. If you get jammed up, just shoot me an email. I still got the posts for this too. The bottom of the pillars. I ended up just patching them too. When I decided I wasn't going to have wind boxes anymore and just closed them off. Me too, Henry. Me too. I'll probably end up with an ulcer. I can almost drink it out of the jar. Everything's high right now. Everything. I'm glad I got my sheet metal when I did, and I paid up. I got everything from Real Deal. But he started, after I ordered my floor and my trunk pan from him and told him I was coming back, he would knock a little bit off. Joe's his name. He knocked a little bit off every single time that I would go back, so that was helpful. But I paid up, but not as much as stuff. I went in there and just looking at prices, and I was like, "Holy cow! That they're just jumping, just jumping." Jaws, everything's Chinese. It's all Gold Star, most of it. Now, Cars Inc. does do a lot of their own, but they all get their. Everybody's getting their stamping. Yes, Real Deal steel it's a little thinner than the. I noticed that right away. It's a little thinner than the stock stuff, the original, But mine, there was so much crap so far up, I just went for it. And I figure if I put a little bit of sound deadening on the inside, it won't be so. I guess where you can push on it and see the metal flex a little bit. It is a little thinner. I'll give you that. But it's all the same stuff. Dan Chunk if you ordered from Dan Chunk, you're getting the exact same panel that you got from them, as far as I know. Everybody's telling me everything's coming in as Gold Star. If I'm wrong, somebody speak up, because I could be wrong. And it's actually not Chinese, it's Taiwan. The presses and everything, all the old 55, 6, and 7 molds and everything, they're in Taiwan. I guess it's sort of Chinese. Yeah, Henry, that's my buddy Dan. That's Dee Dee's Speed Shop right there. And Danny. Sometimes you have to decipher his emails. It takes a minute. Some of the words he used, I just handed the phone to Kim. I'm like, what is that? And she has to explain it to me. I sat in the back of class one, in the back of the room. Always had to look up over and see what was on somebody like Kim's test paper. Yes. Yeah, I guess you do, Jaws. I don't, like I said, I don't. I get what's readily available, just like most everybody, and you make it work. This thing will last my lifetime, Hi, 80 Camaro chick. Ooh, I love okra. I might just have to do that. I grab a can. I'll grab another jar of them beans. I got about 3/4 of a bottle in the refrigerator. I'll get one that's not refrigerated or opened yet. Maybe we could swap. You guys can watch my eyes water as I eat them. But like I said, I have to have and I'm not a big beer drinker anymore, but I have to have a cold beer when I'm eating stuff like that. Not get drunk, but have a beer or two, I always tried to stay in the back too. It never worked out. Oh, let's see. I'm having a good time tonight. Let me see here. Let's go in here. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. We're at the halfway point. It's just like every week. I love to give away a couple little things. No shirts this week, guys. Can't afford to do it every week, once in a while. So this week we got our trusty stickers and 2 refrigerator magnets. You got to give me a number between 1 and 30. Between 1 and 30. Go. Last week, man, it got guessed right away. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. They're starting to fly. I got Kim. Kim's keeping track. I'm trying to keep track too. I saw a couple close, but nobody there. They're going now. Look at the numbers shooting up there. Come on, somebody's going to get it. Up there it is. Cody. I believe it was Carolina Custom Classics, number 28. Kim will verify it, but it looks like Cody's the winner. At least that's the first 28 I saw. And here's, you guys can see it. There's proof. Hopefully you guys can see that. Number 28. Cody, I'll put it in the package with your T-shirt. All right. There we go. You're a little late, Mike. But I bet you'll find a couple magnets when your shirt comes in. Your shirt, Mike, you know, I texted you the other day. I think they told me October 9th or something. I'll get it, and you'll probably get it a week after that. Or, you know, a few days after that whenever I get over to the post office. See, I like the magnets. They're pretty sticky. I got to pick that sticker. Turlo made me a bullseye, and I keep meaning to take it to work. I'm going to take it in the house and put it in my bag. And I want to straighten it out and iron it out. I want to make a nice thing so I can throw magnets at it. I keep forgetting. Again, there's that short-term memory. It's always fun, Don. Usually on this side trying to catch, because before I even start, that's why I get real quiet. I got to text Kim the number because I do it by according. There was 30 people in here, so 1 in 30. Just go. Now, to win a prize over at Montana Garage, you got to have a degree in algebra. Oh, dude, I appreciate that. Left for Dead Garage put my magnet on his Impala. That means a lot, man. Thank you. See, if you get mad at me, you can pull it right off and just put it inside the glove box, and then you can not me bad and put it back up on the dashboard. But don't get mad at me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Means a lot, brother. You know, there's a few more spots left, Howie. And I have another piece of Lexan. So when that one's full, I'm going to hang it on the wall, probably where the Pennzoil is. With I'm going to put like a nice piece of black material so everybody could see it, and we'll start filling another one up. But yeah, there's still room. There's still room. The black thing for my sign that Bart got me keeps coming off, so that's why you can't see that right now. But I'll get like a black material like this. put back up there. I'm not the greatest artsy guy, but I do the best I can. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's there, Jaws. And it's running every time I turn on the workbench, it comes on. But I tell you this, probably by the end of October, I'm bringing it in the house because it won't survive the temperatures, and I don't want it to crack. So it's a spring, summer, and fall accessory on the workbench, in the house in the wintertime because I don't want it to get destroyed. Anybody that don't know, and that was a surprise. Jaws sent me that. I didn't expect it. It's like a package. What's this package? And I opened it up, and there was a lava lamp. As soon as I seen the lava lamp, I knew who it was from. But it didn't have his name on it. He had to use a family member or a friend or whatever from the States to mail it, because he's all the way over there in Hawaii. So at first, I'm like, I don't know that name. And then I looked at it, and I knew who it was as soon as I seen it. Yeah, that's what I do, Chris. I got a switch. It turns everything on. It turns the Pepsi sign on. It turns everything on. See, there's Pepsi. Everything gets turned on at the same time once I flip the switch, and it starts warming up. That's what I always tell Kim. I come out about an hour before, and I just turn the lights on and get everything all warmed up. I was going to come out here and work today. I was off from work today, but I had to go sit in a dentist chair. I got really good teeth, hard teeth, but I got one cavity a few years ago, and it was in such a bad spot in the back here. He drilled it, and he put a filling in there, but it weakened the tooth, so then the tooth broke off and sheared. So then he tried to build a big filling for it, like 3 times. It kept breaking off, and finally he just said, I got to put a crown on there. So I had to go get that done today, and it's just a temporary crown until the real one comes in. So I got that. And that's all like new experience for me because I've never had cavities or anything. I got really good teeth. So I did that today, and then I had to go down my buddy's garage and put the truck on the lift and check all the tires or the brakes around all the way around. And I just never got out in the garage. Had too many things going on. Ooh, a 60s room. That sounds interesting. Gotta have one, Cody. Gotta have one. It's gotta kind of like show up every once in a while. Wow. Hey, take that and run, one. I've been married to that woman for 31 years, and I don't get no compliments like that. So take that and run. I'm a little hard on. I'm a little hard on stuff too, but this is like this kind of like area right here kind of belongs to Kim. I borrow it all the time, and she makes sure I know about it. But when she's when I'm working on a car, she'll come out here and do her stuff right here. That way we're hanging out. Should get better now that it's cooling off. Yeah, the crickets are here. The crickets are here. Howie, Howie, move. We got crickets. I got them ugly ones running around here too. You guys ever see them camelbacks? They look like space aliens, man. They get real big and they can boom, fly across the room. Cruise, what's happening? Paul Buckner, what's up? Make sure I don't miss nobody, man. Nah, there's the crickets out here, man. They're huge. They're huge. But like I said, the ones that freak me out are the camel ones. You know, they're shaped. They call them camelback or something like that. Camelback crickets. Oh yeah, Don. We do okay. It's a great spot to be. Everybody in here is great people. This is the kind of people you want to hang out with whenever you're on YouTube. You meet a lot of great folks. Ernest ain't here tonight. I don't think I've seen Ernest yet. He usually stops by. Hey, that would be helpful. Thank you. Yes, Jason. Everybody hit that like button. It helps. Every little bit helps. Kind of poke at YouTube. What else we got cooking? Huh? That's right. That works good. 32 now. It's like it always changes. I always tell Kim, I said, that's good for ratio. Because it's like when I watch yours, you guys got like 500 or something like that. So, but you got 70,000 people. So it's like the ratio's there. for my 1,631 people, 30, well, right now, 33. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good ratio, So I always tell her. I do the Dan and Danny scale. I'm like, well, they got 70,000, and sometimes I've seen you guys peak around 700, 800, but about 500, 600. So I'm doing pretty good. That's how my brain works. It ain't the best brain, but it works. Gets me to work every day. I've been doing a lot of that lately too. Except this week. We didn't work much overtime this week. I did work Sunday. Got called in. Got the work done. And I'm sitting at my desk and I look down. Oh, Dan just put a video up. Perfect. Who, me? You can do whatever you want, Turlo. I don't care. I don't know if you're talking to me or if you're talking to somebody else, but sure. Oh, sevens. Yeah, you got to turn the camera on, Mike. I'd stop by and say hello. Yeah, it's like every week. It's like it's easier just to be natural. I'm like, well, maybe I should sit down and try to figure out a list of topics. Like one thing that was really fun the other day, and anybody that's friends with me on Facebook, you might have seen the post, is what's the best intro to a song that like gets you really excited that you've ever heard? Like whenever it comes on the radio, like the intro, not necessarily the whole song. The intro to the song gets your blood flowing. You can't wait to get into the song because of the intro. And I tried to word it, but I don't think I worded it right on Facebook. For me, it's Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. But there's a lot of interesting answers. There's no right or wrong answer. It's like what song, So it's like that. But it's like it's easier just to talk about whatever everybody else is talking about. One, Kim says AC/DC Thunderstruck. And I told her if it's AC/DC, Hot for Teacher was another really good one, Henry. I thought of a couple other ones, but for if it was AC/DC, for me, it's Squealer from the Dirty Deeds album. That's the theme song for my car. If you never heard that song, go listen to that song. That's my theme song. Don't steal it. That's what I think about my car. She said it's never been touched before. So China Groove, the Doobie Brothers. Okay. Megadeth, Killing, The King, Baby Shark. What Dawn say? We'll go up and try to catch up what everybody says. Dan, what's going on? Into the God of DeVita. Now that's another, Iron Butterfly. Sweet Home Alabama. Yep. First couple chords. Everybody wants to turn the radio right up. Yep. See, these are great answers. Hoppity from Sir Mix-a-Lot. Write some of these down, Kim, so we could listen to them later. Because that's what Kim and I were doing. She found the question posed on one of the social sites she does. And then it's like we sat there for a good hour going through different songs, and we were playing them on the Alexa cube or whatever to see what we thought, It was a good way to kill some time. My chief said that, Cody. My Navy chief from the Navy, I'm friends with him on Facebook. That was his answer. Johnny be good. Brown Sugar by ZZ Top. Okay. Bad Company. That's my brother's favorite band, Papillon. That's my brother's favorite band. LaGrange, that's another good one. Yeah. Another good one for me, Fleetwood Mac Tusk. As soon as you start hearing the UCLA band playing the drums, boom, boom. That's a good opening. Got my blood up. They played that over the intercom when we were pulling into port coming back from 6 months overseas, and it got my blood pumping. But I just wanted to get off the boat and come home. Another one, a guy on Facebook answered, Mike Schroeder. He's 55. Guy's building a 55, and I met him in one of the car groups. Van Halen's Eruption. That I mean, if you're a guitar guy, it's crazy. It's Radar Love. That's a good one. Fuel by Metallica. Oh, that's no problem, Cody. I said a long time ago they done more for me than I ever did for them. Believe me. They pulled me out of poverty and gave me a trade. Low rider. It's like everybody gets excited. It's like you think of your favorite songs. Just the intro. Just the intro to get, for me, like I told you guys earlier, for me, it's Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. If you've never heard the beginning of that you have to. It's crazy. I'm sure everybody has. It's Jimi Hendrix. But yeah, Kim's first answer was AC/DC's Thunderstruck. The Love Shack. Folks lining up outside just to get down. Everybody trying to pee in the same. That's great, man. CCR. Yep, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Anything by them. You hear the first couple first couple rip come out, it's right there. You know, there was a lot, Paul. There was a lot of people that were given Rolling Stone answers, but for intro, just for intro, for me, it's "Gimme Shelter" by the Rolling Stones. Just for the intro. But I mean, everybody, you know, it's like there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. But every time I would come up with Rolling Stones, for me, "Give Me Shelter." The opening to that is just you want to turn the radio up. Yes, he was, Don. Molly Hatchet. Man, I haven't heard that in a long time, Daniel. Yeah, how about some Molly Hatchet? That's a good one, Pat. Paint It Black, yeah. One of my favorite songs is "Honky Tonk Woman" by the Rolling Stones. But the intro, it's not the intro that gets me, it's the whole thing, you know, but yeah. Rebel Yell, Billy Idol. The Samuel Gomper, it's not Glomper, it's Gompers. The Samuel Gompers. It was a destroyer tender. He was I believe he was an admiral in the service. No, I'm thinking of the Commodore Barry. Never mind. Samuel Gompers. I got to look him up. There's a whole history thing. I don't know. They named the boat after him. I was on a giant factory that floated around and fixed other boats. I was a repair shop. That's all we were. We had a hospital. We had a weld shop that I was in with all the different, you know, and pipe welding, structural welding, all that stuff, nuclear welding. And then below us, we had the machine shop, just a floating factory. Yeah. Look them up, Samuel Gompers. There's a history lesson there, I promise. I forget what he did. He did something. I mean, I'm too far removed. It's like that's almost like it was my life has been like in thirds. My first third, I was just crazy kid that needed some direction. My second portion, there was a little spot there where I went into service and they kind of straightened that out, but goofed me up in other areas. And then Kim spent the last 31 years trying to straighten all that out. And you guys see the finished product because I ain't changing no more. CB. No. The CBs are more like contractors, you know, like they'll build you anything, you know. They're like a engineering group. They'll go in and build a bridge or a bathroom or you know, they'll remodel something. Plus they run heavy equipment, you know, like cranes and things of that nature. I might check that. I love documentaries. I might check that out. Thanks, Left 4 Dead. I'll look into that. I'm big on documentaries. I love that stuff. Thanks, Dawn. Yeah, they can build, they can fight, they can overhaul something in the night. The CBs. They're real big down in Guam. At least they were. Because when I was in Guam, we were in Guam, and we were working on the boats down there. They had a big outfit down there. And, man, they had to bring more in because I was there right when the earthquake happened. They were breaking piers in half. Big, giant concrete piers. Just look it up on the internet. I think it was August of 93. It was in 93, the big earthquake in Guam. I was there. What a mess. A lot of CBs down there. One thing you got to watch down there, let me tell you something. The roads, you know, you use what you have, and there's a lot of, they use, and I think this is, we'll ask Jaws, is this true in Hawaii as well? I didn't drive in Hawaii, but they use crushed shell for the cement in Guam. And man, it's worse than ice. The slightest rain, man, the car gets loose. Is Jaws still here? Do they do that in Hawaii too? They mix crushed shell in when they're doing the roadways? And I'm telling you guys, man, that stuff, it ain't no joke. When it's wet, it wiggles. Oh, that was one of the answers too, Jason. Yeah, Black Betty. That's some backwoods Betty Crocker. Bam, lamb, oh, Black Betty. Yo, Gorney. There he is. Yeah. That's old school. Don't go on there. Yeah, I agree, Cody. I love that video. There was like a friend of mine, Rick, his wife answered on there and was saying, Kim, she said that she mentioned that one. And then I was like, what kind of Butler County backwoods Betty Crocker band is that? Because that's just like it is back home, Oh, that's great. I meant to tell you guys, I know I seen him in here tonight, and I hope he's still here. But Dave, I got your letter. Thanks for buying the T-shirt. I meant to bring this up earlier, but I got the babbling, and he sent us. He bought a shirt off of us, and he said, "Here's the 25 for the extra large shirt. I prefer black, but whatever you got works." I sent him a black shirt. I'm really digging your build, and like I say, you're doing one hell of a job. Looking forward to more updates. Thanks again, and I still can't believe I won those stickers. He also won the stickers. I shoved them in there with the magnets and the shirt and the stickers. He was the one. He was the first. That was the first time that ever happened on here, where somebody guessed and on the very first guess and won. So he said he ain't never won a dang thing and was happy to win. And he just gave me his address and stuff. So these are the kind of things I keep, the letters and stuff. So thanks, Dave. Appreciate you. I hope you're still in here. I meant to acknowledge it earlier. And if you rewatch later and you left, thank you. I get a little mixed up sometimes. Kim knows all about that. All right. Wow. See, that's a history lesson. I had heard something along those lines before one, but all right. That's cool. All right, Bob, you have a nice week too, man. I really appreciate you. And everybody else that want to say goodbyes, we got a minute and 40 seconds left. Right on, brother. Did you get your shirt? I got the tracking numbers in there. I think you got it. I just hadn't checked them, but I hope you like it. I think you said something. Like I said, I got my short-term memory sometimes, guys. Don't hold it against me. Too many weld fumes. I had fun tonight, man. We had a good crowd in here. We had a great crowd in here. Everybody was happy. Everybody's upbeat. Everybody's putting out some good stuff. I hope everybody has a great weekend, man. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do some stuff in here tomorrow. But like I say, Kim and I got some running around to do. I'm going to try to finish up that video with Phil on Sunday. I don't know if we'll get it done Sunday or we have to finish it up during the week. But I hope you guys like it. It'll be pretty cool. It's a little bit of bike content, but it's a pretty cool video, I think. I don't know. What do I know? Robert. I appreciate that, Robert. Tell us. I appreciate that, man. Come join us on Friday nights. We always love to have more in here to converse with, man. Everybody's always got something to say and like having you. And I hope you do check out my videos. All right? All right, Jason. Thank you again, Country Boy Cody. Thanks for the shout outs this week. Don, thanks for the shout out you gave me last week. I really appreciate it, guys. It helps. Means a lot when you do it. Let me know if you need one from me, man. I'll go take a look at your stuff and give you all one. All right? So, until next week, take care, everybody.